Previously on Adventure Daily. God damn, it smells like shit in Texas, baby! I'm an Ohio boy! Well, this is going to be my home for the next month, so I'm trying to find a good spot, kind of tucked away from everything. Pretty damn cool area, though. With over a year of preparation, 2,000 miles from home, it's finally time to start living the van life. Alright guys, day one here at the shop, and man, am I excited to start this build. So today is going to be demo day, hoping to get a lot of it knocked out. We're going to start down low and work our way up to the top, just kind of see what's behind here and what they did when they built this. It was originally a passenger van for a church, and I believe we're going to reuse the subfloor because everything's pretty solid. Just make some strips to put in here, cover up the hole. This was for the rear heater. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and start knocking some stuff out. No fucking way. So to my surprise, they actually did a damn good job of insulating this from the factory, which is pretty cool to see. So I'm not sure what Mr. Blackhawk is gonna want to do. Damn, I did not realize that. Well, believe it or not, the factory that did this did a great job at framing out the ceiling. So unfortunately, we're not going to get any more height out of it because we're not going to take any of this stuff out because it's all really solid. But we are going to go ahead and rip the insulation off because they do the spray foam here, and that stuff is far superior and will add much more R value and also sound deadening. So we'll be taking out the ceiling next, and sorry Alexis, but the stripper pole has got to go. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out.
Drill the four corners out, so then once we go to transfer it up top, we'll just have to take a straight edge. Having fun?
Always. Dude, you messed it up. This kid right here is half of the Carefree Camper Company. Blackhawk is one hell of a craftsman. He's been building things and using his hands for most of his life, and he is a very knowledgeable individual who strives for perfection.
I think it's time.
Money?
Well, and if anything, we mess up and we gotta throw the van away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Going out there. You suck. What's that? I thought we're supposed to go inside. Shut up. Wait.
Cutting a hole in the roof, are ya?
I know, you're not supposed to do that, are you?
Oh boy, I know the clouds are coming.
Terrible idea.
Oh, don't tell me there.
Well, there's no going back now.
First time I've ever seen that happen.
Wow.
First try.
You should just hire on and move here.
Say what?
Don't you think? It looks like you're a carpenter.
Wood butcher.
Made my first 5,000 being a carpenter.
Hell yeah, that's good to hear.
Didn't make much more.
inner Picasso.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
Good afternoon, everybody. We got a pretty cool project to start the new year out with. We got Tanner with Adventure Daily here. Explain what we're going on.
I know you guys like the Chevy Express, so this is my high-top church van that we're going to turn into a little adventure mobile to travel across the states.
We're helping him out, but he's actually going to do a lot of the work himself. So we're going to see, you know, how we can teach a dirt biker how to build a van.
We'll see.
So I actually think this is super, super cool because one of my big visions for our company is to have a space big enough where we can let people who want to build their own vans but maybe don't have access to all the tools that they need, or maybe need some help with some portions of their build, or just some guidance along the way. And I would love to have a space one day big enough where people can come in, do that, have access to the tools, have access to everybody's knowledge here at the shop, have somebody to do things that they're not comfortable with, like maybe propane or electrical, things like that. So I think this is super cool, and he's going to be vlogging the whole thing, so make sure you go and follow him and subscribe to him on YouTube, and I'm stoked for this. I can't wait to see how it turns out.
And as you can probably tell, Madison is the other half of the Carefree Camper Company. She also has a very good eye for detail and does a lot of the hands-on work, as well as manages all of the social media pages, website, and more. And that is day one complete, ladies and gents. We got all of the factory interior pulled out of here. We got the fan somewhat installed, and we're going to be doing the spray foam insulation tomorrow. So I'm excited to see how that all comes together, and then from there we can start putting on some furring strips and start getting some plywood in here. Pretty happy for a day's work. Alright, so this is the spray foam that we're going to be using. It's an all-in-one system that comes with the tanks. Pretty much everything you need. So, gotta finish taping some things off and we'll be ready to spray. Just looking at that mask, this looks fun.
First time we've used these.
Let's do this. And just like that, we have insulation. This is my first time doing something like that, I've got to say. Not bad. I definitely can't imagine doing it in the summer, but yeah, we got it done. It's looking good. Hopefully that'll keep us warm in the winter and cool in the summer.
Not too bad for a first timer.
Yeah.
We'll see what he does with the woodworking.
The wood butcher.
I'm very surprised. Because most people, when you tell them that it has like a time limit, it goes off real fast. It just starts spraying everywhere and get in a hurry. And oh, very nice.
I wish I could have filmed some of the spray foam process, but it's just too messy. The stuff is pretty volatile, and if you get it on a camera lens or anything plastic, the windows, your eyeballs, it tends to melt things, so I didn't want to ruin my phone or camera. But it's pretty straightforward. The kit itself is awesome. You literally just warm the tanks up, turn the valves, put the nozzle you want on, and start spraying. I'm really happy with the coverage and the depth that I got. I feel confident that it's going to be a lot more effective than a traditional fiberglass insulation. But definitely leave a comment down below if you're interested in this stuff or if you've ever done it before. Alright guys, we got solar going up, 200 watt panels, and we got room for 2 in the future.
How are you supposed to get something square when the roof ain't square? Brackets?
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I was just telling him, it just drives me nuts, just the roof not being square. You know why? Because it's going to drive me crazy in the drone shots. It's like one drop of it.
He's going to be like... Alright guys, it's been a productive morning so far.
got these solar cables all mocked up and the cable entry is done. And now the next project is getting this window AC unit installed. This is the route that I decided to go. It was much cheaper and the form factor is really what I liked. I think it's gonna look really clean after it's all said and done and installed. We were hoping we would get lucky and it would fall right between these two braces, but I just had to grind this one off over here because it was 1/2 an inch off. So we're gonna have it kind of resting on this brace here and it's gonna be all nice and squared up. So next is the not so fun part, and that is going to be cutting a big hole in this fiberglass top. Definitely not looking forward to that. We've already cut several holes in there. Got one for the rooftop vent there. But yeah, this one's gonna be even bigger and right in your face. So hopefully all goes to plan and everything's square and looks good. Oh yeah! All right, the AC is all boxed in. Everything is working. It's pretty much leak proof. Might not resist a hurricane, but I think it will be good 9 times out of 10. So pretty happy with the install. Came out pretty clean. Coming over here, we're starting in the cab, and I've already got the wood panels cut to fit, but I also made some brackets here to mount this fuse block because it was originally like in the middle here somewhere, and I'm actually gonna have a removable panel here so I can access this. This is connected to the van battery and it controlled all the lights and the heater and all that good stuff, so we can actually reuse that because the switches are up here. So I could mount a light bar or reverse lights or a bunch of cool stuff you could do with that. So this piece actually worked out pretty damn good. We're gonna get her self-tapped in there, and that's the nice thing about this van is the way they built it. It's pretty square, but it's very rigid, and all of this angle is very nice to work off of. A lot of these high top vans are just bare fiberglass and it's pretty hard to build off of, but this thing was pretty set up, and shout out to the factory that did this.
And he says he's not a van builder. Look at that.
People ask, why are you doing this? A lot of people don't understand or see the appeal of the van life. For me, it's just a pure sense of freedom, being able to go wherever, whenever, and always have a home to live in. It's a lot more practical than an RV. You can daily drive it, you can fit through drive-thrus, you can go through parking garages. There's really just so many benefits to having a smaller setup like this. And then you go ahead and add solar, a battery bank, and you can live completely off the grid. The form factor and the amenities, it really just makes everything so much easier and accessible. And I'm an outdoorsman at heart. I love being outside, and just having an adventure vehicle like this just opens up so many different doors for travel and exploration. You know, if it's not for you, it's not for you, that's fine. But there are many people out there that could benefit from a rig like this. And everything I have in my life, I try to make sure it's multi-purpose. And with the Chevy Express and the 3500 chassis, I can tow just about anything. And there's gonna be a lot of awesome content dropping. So make sure you are subscribed to follow along with the build. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, it really helps out the channel. I also have a Patreon page, so I will link that down below if you wanna further support Adventure Daily and what we do here. But if you are watching this and you made it this far, I'm thankful to not be talking to myself. I appreciate you, and until the next video, we'll see you then.